Here we go. The Gentleman's Hour. The title of this show is Getting to Know You. Who are we getting to know? Me? No, not today. Today, we're getting to know Louie. We're switching it up. So we know our dear Uncle Louie, our dear Theo, loves to talk, loves to keep the conversation going. Well, guess what? Today, we're flipping that script. We're bringing someone in to talk about you. We're bringing in your sister, Rosie. Hey Rosie,
hey.
thanks for doing this. Thanks. I won't be as crass and as out of control as I normally am. I'll keep it cool the way I kept it with Cass when she came on. But anyway,
hey,
so we're diving.
But don't forget.
What?
You gotta call her Auntie.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that. That was gonna be the next thing. AKA Tia, AKA Auntie. Okay, so we're diving into the stories, the memories. Hopefully some embarrassing moments and the real roots of the man behind the mic, the most famous co-host around, Uncle Theo, Uncle Louie. Yeah. So sit back, have a drink, and get ready to unpeel Uncle Louie on the Gentleman's Hour.
To the core. Drop the intro, bro.
Thank you. Here we go. Okay, Rosie, thank you for coming on. As we stated, you are Louie's older sister by like
yes,
10
years.
10
yeah.
years. Okay, so that might play into this because that's
for sure it does.
What 10-year-old wants to play with a newborn or a 12-year-old with a 2-year-old? You know what I mean? So okay, what was Uncle Louie like as a kid? Was he quiet? Here's the options: quiet and shy, always stirring things up, or just that type of kid that just went with the program. He was a good kid, I guess. What was your recollection?
I don't know. I'm going to say probably a little bit of both. I feel like he was probably in public. He was kind of like a good kid. And then at home, he was, I don't know, getting into trouble.
How was your guys' relationship? Was it like, did you have to be a parent figure to him because you were so much older? I know when there's usually like an older kid and you got a bunch of younger kids, like, okay, it's your responsibility to kind of keep an eye on him. Or were you parenting with him or no?
I'm going to say I kind of wasn't. My mom was never like that where I had to babysit him or anything like that. But like you said, it's not like we really got to like play with each other because I was 10 years older. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe as I got a little bit older and I was more of an adult, maybe I did parent a little bit more, but not so much.
No diaper changes? No diaper changes?
I don't even remember if I changed your diaper. I don't know.
I mean, do you have any recollection, Louie, of that time? Was it basically what she said?
From my end, I mean, probably my oldest memory is probably when I was like in my just before like maybe 10, maybe 8, 7, 8, 9 or whatever. I don't ever recall like she never obviously disciplined me. She never like scolded me. But I mean, I will say like once I got into like high school, then it was more she was obviously more active. I mean, she would take me places and like trips and stuff. But I think in high school, I mean, she kind of helped me, like I said, she would take me to buy shoes. Like, she was the one buying me Nikes when my mom, they couldn't afford it. I think she bought me my class ring, maybe my yearbook. You know what I mean? My senior portraits, I think she paid for them. So stuff like that, like, yeah, that for sure was, I mean, to me, is parental, for sure.
Yeah. As which makes sense because you were, 17, 18. I was 27, 28. I wasn't living at home. I was working full time. I was, certainly
situated.
The adult. Yep.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, to me, my thing has always been like, how did you do it as far as when you were that age? Like, because I know you've always worked, and I mean, you obviously got my dad when he was still kind of active gardening, but I don't know if they had money like that. But to me, I appreciate that for sure.
So it sounds like it was more it turned into more like she gave you advice, she helped you out, she knew that, like helped you with your senior stuff, and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think she kind of just stepped up with the stuff that my parents just obviously, I don't know if they didn't know or they just they couldn't do it or whatever. So I mean, thankfully, yeah, she was there for that.
She had already been through it too, so it was probably easier. Yeah, it was probably easier for her. Okay, that makes sense. How about this? Were you and Louie disciplined differently because of the difference in age and also, the difference, female and male? Did you notice a difference? Like, were your parents easy on you and tough on him, or was it reversed because you got them when they were, the younger, I guess?
I feel for sure. I think it was different, but for two reasons. One is I'm a girl, and two, I was just like not a troublemaker. I've always been like a good kid. Like I didn't even try. I was just good.
She's
like
not
my mom
hiding it. She's like,
my mom says that. Yeah, my mom says that all the time. She's like, "Oh yeah, I never had to discipline you." I'm like, "Yeah, you. I mean, it's not like I tried really hard. It's just I don't know. I just never got into trouble." And don't forget that also I have an older sister who was at home.
Yeah, and I just found out about her. I found out about her when Louie was talking about the cruise. He was like, "Oh, my older sister." I said, "Rosie?" And he's like, "No, I have another older sister." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. So she's my mom's daughter from a previous marriage, and so she's 8 years older than me. So 18 years older than Louie. So yeah.
So there's a big difference between all of you guys. Yeah. Okay, so there was definitely differences. Why were you such a good kid? Was it just that's just all you knew? You're a good person out of the womb?
I can't even help it. I'm just a rule follower. Cool. I just, I don't know. I just was. Like I said, it's not like I consciously tried or tried to stay out of trouble. It was just, I don't know, just doing my thing. And
you weren't interested in doing kind of shenanigans stuff, or you had no interest in that.
Nope.
Okay. And do you feel the same way, Louie, about that discipline?
Well, you know what? The discipline for sure is totally day and night. Non-existent for her. I mean, I've told you before, my mom was very, very hands-on when it came to disciplining me. I think it was the same way with my sister Miguel, the one that she's talking about. And I mean, it's weird because you go from that to then Rosie, who probably didn't get in trouble. And I think they just said, "Oh man, we kind of figured it out." And then I came along.
Yeah. Hey, we made a perfect one. So Louie must be.
It's like
Mr. Perfect Part 2. So we don't got to discipline.
Yeah, lightning doesn't strike twice, I guess. But yeah, I'm like,
you know what though? But isn't it harder to discipline the youngest because it's like you're older, you've already gone through all the wars. So like that's how it was with my daughter. With my daughters, I was like, what do they call it? The helicopter parent. Like I was right there. Everything. I'm giving them advice. I'm, whatever. I'm parenting, I guess. But then with my son, it was just like, I feel like he's going to turn out the same and just as good without all that extra. And, it worked. I mean, he's a little bit more spoiled than I would like. I wish I was a little bit harder on him. But overall, I'm like, and I stopped on the last episode, we talked about spanking and all that. And I stopped a lot of that stuff because I was just like, I don't know if it's even working. I don't know what, I don't understand the point of it. If it's not working, why am I just going to keep, abusing these kids or whatever? So I stopped that. But yeah, it is hard. It is weird to discipline or parent, kids with different ages and also boys and girls. You always want to be a little bit, I always felt so bad when I disciplined my daughters, even if it wasn't like a spanking, if they was just taken away. They're in their room. I could hear them, crying in their bed. I felt so bad, My son, if I take his stuff away, I don't care. It's like, come on, man. But my daughters, I always felt bad. So, okay, I get that. Okay, so how, in your view, because you've kind of seen Louie the whole time growing up from, youngster to teenager to young adult male to now, father, married. How would you... how has Louie, in your eyes, changed the most over the years that you've noticed?
Probably
go ahead and say bad stuff if you need to. That's what
say bad stuff. Air it out.
If you got to air it out, this is the place to do it.
This is a safe space.
I mean, I just feel like he just really became more responsible. As the responsibility was added, he just kind of stepped up and did what he had to do.
So was that with having kids? Or having Cass, I guess. Is that where you kind of like noticed it, or was it a little bit before that?
No, for sure. I think starting with Cassie. And I always say I see so many parents out there who, who they're not together anymore and
Right.
they have a kid or whatever. And you see the dad usually not around, maybe
Yeah.
around on the weekends or whatever. And I just feel
Right.
like
Right.
Louie just really stepped up. He was there as much as he could for Cassie and now for Nico and Tali, but just, for Cassie was a different
That was a
situation,
different situation,
because
right? Because you were
because they were together. So,
right. Right.
yeah, just really stepped up when he needed to step up. So proud.
And that's how I.
Yeah, I
We
think
kind
I'm
of
gonna
talked about.
cry.
Oh no, no crying, no, or stay on camera if you're gonna cry. I need to clip it. I need to clip
Let me
it for
zoom in.
Instagram.
Yeah, let me zoom in.
Louie, we kind of talked about that in the last one where we were saying we both kind of, you and I, because I was even saying the same thing. I mean, I always wanted kids, but until you actually have them, that's where I feel like it changes you. Once they start growing up and the responsibility, and now it's like they start making decisions, and it's like those are the way I always thought about it is those are kind of my decisions as well because I've influenced them. So they're making bad decisions. That's kind of on me. You know what I mean?
Kind of on you.
Where's my voice in their head telling them, "Hey, no, don't do that." Do the.
Which is what you want, right? You want that.
Which is
there,
what you want, yeah.
Hopefully.
But that's cool, Louie. What do you got to say about that? Same thing. I mean, I think you talked about it on that last episode or one of the episodes, but same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you felt like that's when you really your life kind of turned around.
Yeah, I feel it. I felt it, and I think I'm thankful that it happened because like I said, I didn't have a lot of drive. I guess I was kind of not really motivated to do much, and then it was like, okay, now I have to do this, and even if I don't want to, it's like I want to do it, So yeah, it just kind of took over, and then
were you already doing the HVAC stuff? Were you doing that HVAC stuff?
No.
So that was all.
I was like, I think I was working at an auto parts, and then I started doing like shipping and receiving, just little jobs here and there, and just kind of
right.
Just getting by. And then I mean, thankfully, like she came around when she did.
Yeah, but that's what I say. If I don't know if I didn't have kids, who knows where I don't even know. I don't know what I'd be doing because that's the only thing that was able to kind of ground me. And I kind of had the same situation because I got divorced. My daughters were young, like 12. My son was only like 8 or something. And so that is hard. I'm not going to lie. And anybody that goes through that and a father that actually wants to be involved, it's hard. Yeah. It's a struggle. There's a lot of emotions going on. So I give you credit for that, Louie. I usually bash myself. I would give myself a little credit. Because it could be easy to kind of just give up and just be like, it's not even worth it. I'd rather just I'd rather just let my ex just you take it. I don't want to deal with it. But that's part of being. You want to be in their life and you want to be an influence. So you're going to force, and that sounds like what you did, and that's what I did, and that's cool. That's good.
I
Louie.
think it's the easier way out to just back away and not be so involved. It's hard to be involved. So
that's a good point.
You guys did good.
It's always the easiest way out is the wrong choice.
Do nothing. Do nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you feel is Louie's biggest strength? Is it the stepping up as for his children, or is it maybe the husband he has become?
I feel like Louie does what he has to do, whether he likes it or doesn't like it. He does, and sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to step up and just do what you got to do.
Don't you feel like that's kind of like the old school way? Like that's how it like, hey, we might be in pain, we might be in might be this going on, but you know what? This is what we got to do for the family. So we're gonna do it. You're gonna just keep quiet on whatever's issues you have, and you're just gonna take care of business. Yeah, that's cool. That you feel that, Louie? You kind of inherited that maybe from your parents or whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. I think I didn't like I said, and I've said it before. I don't think I realized my mom's struggles. I know my dad's struggles because his was a lot of physical, so I saw
physical, yeah. You talked.
And my mom's struggles were all kept inside and bottled up, and she didn't say it. My grandma on my mom's side, same thing. And then stuff comes to light, and you're like, man. And then you hear different things, and I think I live a life that I think makes them proud, even though sometimes it's not 100%. They're not. They don't agree with certain things, and choices that I've made or whatever. But I think, yeah, obviously, yeah, it's what I saw from them, and they're very strong. They're very reserved, and they are true underdogs, both of them. And I think they thrive, even though they are not supposed to. And I hope that that's kind of what, if I'm that, then I'm proud of that. If because if that's what it is, and I'm very okay with that. For sure.
Yeah. And it's not like you're stepping up and doing stuff and being miserable. I don't think you're at all like that. No. You just do the hard stuff and enjoy the fun stuff.
I mean, yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
And you play.
Yeah.
And you've mentioned that, Louie, that your dad has mentioned that he feels like you're a good father, or you're doing things the right way. So that's gotta feel good. You know what I mean?
It's very validating, bro, for sure.
Right.
That's like I said. That's, I think, all my life. That's all I've just wanted, just validation. And sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're not. You don't even realize you're looking for it, and you're just doing stuff because that's what has to be done, and you kind of push through.
Don't you feel like we're always, I don't know about you, but like I feel like I am you're always looking for your parents still, even as an adult, and I already have kids. I could probably have grandkids in the next 5 years, but I'm still looking for validation from my parents. I still want them to be like, oh, you've done a good job. You've done, this. And we're already adults. We already have kids. Yeah. We're still like,
people are always. I would love my mom to be like, hey, I'm proud of you. And like, oh, yeah. It's just like you said. Anywhere you can get it, I think, for me personally, anywhere I can get it, I'll take it. Yeah.
And I feel like all our parents are. I just feel like that generation too. It's harder for them to express all that. For us, it's easy. I go to my kids. I love you. You're great. Everything. But that's getting easier as each generation goes on. But those old generations, man, they could barely get them to say. I could barely get them. My grandparents all that to say hello to me, let alone talk to me. No, all my family love me. All right.
It's a lot.
So that was his biggest strength. How about this? What's his biggest weakness? And if you feel he doesn't have one, or you feel you're going to hurt his feelings, you don't have to say it.
I don't think I would hurt his feelings, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit like this also. Maybe like too emotional at times, and not emotional like I'm crying or anything. But sometimes
I'm like that.
I am a crier. So I don't know, if anything, maybe too emotional. I know we've had a lot of emotional moments, which I don't know if it's a weakness or a strength. Maybe it's a little bit of both,
Yeah, I don't think it's a weakness.
Yeah.
I think it's a strength. I just think it has that stigma right now, especially at a male, and you're crying, and then people start to, you're weak. That's not how a male should be.
Yeah.
That's slowly, I feel like, changing, and eventually, Louie, we're gonna be able to cry and we're gonna be able to cry in public, bro, and people are gonna come up and just pat us on the back. It's okay.
Like, yeah, good for you. Good for you.
All right.
But
go ahead.
Can I back up to the emotional part of it? Because I do think it's a strength also. I see how he is with his kids, like we were talking about. We didn't grow up with I love you and I'm proud of you and hugs and kisses and all of that. So I'm glad that he can be like that. I feel like I'm that way with my kids also. It's almost like we learn from our parents' mistakes. I think we
corrected it for sure.
Yeah, I think we learn from our mistakes. And even Louie and I, he knows I love him and I know he loves me, and we can say it.
But why do you think you guys are able? Oh, here we go. Should have never told him what makes what. But why do you think that is? Like, what changed? Did you guys make a conscious effort to, hey Louie, we need to express ourselves more, or did it just come kind of naturally because you guys saw that or felt like maybe you didn't get it enough from your parents? Like, what? Because I'm going through the same thing where I'm more emotional and I'm more expressing my feelings to my kids and all that, but I didn't have that as a kid. So it's like, what am I doing that to compensate, or am I just doing that because I didn't get it? Like, why do you feel like you guys did that?
I'll speak for myself. I feel like I don't know that I made a conscious effort, but I feel like I needed that. So I figured that I wanted to give that to my kids.
Okay.
They
respond good. Like, they took to it well.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I feel like if you start with them young, they don't
Yeah, they're used to
just
it.
normal. They're used to it, right?
Yeah, they know the I love yous or the kiss before going to bed or I'm proud of you and all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
one that's
normal.
hard. To say to my kids, I always choke up when I'm like, and I'm so proud of you guys. When I'm talking to one-on-one, talking to all of them, it's
Yeah,
like I'm proud of you guys, no problem. But if I'm talking to one-on-one, as soon as I'm like,
yeah,
I just want you to know that I am so proud of what you've
yeah,
accomplished, everything, and then I
yeah.
start to, choke up. So
Mm-hmm,
yeah,
mm-hmm,
I don't know. That was just more of a curiosity question because I've always thought about that. Why did we not get that in our generation, but then we're
mm-hmm.
changing it, and then it's just like it's kind of weird. I don't know. To me, it's just I always want to know how other people did it. Did they do it the same way as me or whatever? But I
Mm-hmm.
think it's just a natural thing that just kind of it happens. We wanted that, and now we're gonna give it, and hopefully our kids are gonna give it to their kids. Even more. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, it just
Yeah,
kind of it turns into a thing.
yeah.
Louie, okay, well let's turn it. What do you think about your sister? How was your relationship, in your opinion, growing up, and to the relationship you guys have now?
I kind of wish I could remember younger, like when I was younger, like just the interaction, just the whatever. Because I think I don't really remember
Mm-hmm.
until maybe like after 10 years old, and I kind of wish I would have known like what it was before. You know what I do remember? I remember when I was 8 because she graduated, I think, high school.
Okay.
And then I remember she went
Mm-hmm.
to college, and I was like, man. And then she would leave. Like I think the first year she was
Mm-hmm.
away,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember we'd go pick her up, and it was kind of like, oh, now I miss her. Like she's not here anymore. And then she'd come home for the weekend, and then she came back. She stopped living on campus, and like I said, I have very fond memories because she took us like under her wing because I guess she's obviously was mature and she was kind of she's always been good at being organized, being
Yeah, that's what you said.
yeah. And I think it was me, and then it was my niece Angie and Valerie, my sister Miga's kids, and because they're 5 and 6 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I mean, I'm probably like 12, and they're like 7 and like 5 or whatever. So she would always take us places.
Young too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So she
Mm-hmm.
would take us places, and
Mm-hmm.
we'd those are the fondest memories I have because
Yeah.
it was like my parents, like I've told you before, my parents, they were homebodies. My dad was old and he didn't really want to go anywhere with my mom, and my mom didn't drive, so it was like I guess it was up to her to kind of take us places, and we'd go.
She took that.
Museum.
She took that role
Yeah.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
remember it was fun. I remember we'd go to museums. I remember that time we went to San Francisco. I think we went to Sacramento, which is where
yeah,
my sister lived, picked up the kids, and the four of us drove to San Francisco, and then we couldn't find a hotel. Like, I don't know, how did I not make a reservation in
and
advance?
then we went to Oakland.
Oh no!
Oakland to try to find a hotel.
How are you guys still here? How are you? Guys...
And then
I
was
stayed
like,
one time in Oakland. It was the worst experience of my life.
and I'm wearing my Dodgers hat, and yeah,
I mean, but that was 30 years ago.
Learning experience. I was 15. I think I was transitioning from high school to from middle school to high school.
Okay, so 30 years ago.
So like 95 probably.
Wow.
So you guys obviously got closer as you both became adults, right? And kind of both had kids
and like I said, a lot of it for me was because she was always around. She would take me places, and then she really, like I said, she really helped me out because she hooked me up with clothes. She bought me like I said, she hooked me up for senior year for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think I've always said she was more of a mom to me in that aspect than my mom. Obviously, my mom birthed me and cared for me and always loved me and everything. But when it comes to that extracurricular activities and just being there, and like I said, it's always been an influence I guess an influence. Just her being studious and going to school, it's kind of like I had it. Like I said, the only reason I knew I had to go to college was because she went to college. Like I knew that I have to go to college, and when I got there, I mean, I didn't hang in, I didn't hang in there for more than a year, but it was like that's the only reason I applied, because I'm like, well, she went to college, so I have to go. Yeah,
right. So there's a huge
and I mean, she never told me hey, you need to go to college or anything, but I think it was indirect because she would also give me like UCLA gear. I would have sweaters, bumper stickers, hat, like whatever. So it was
Best
there.
School ever. Best school ever. Best school ever. Well, let's go to that question because I have a question about school. So, how? Because we talked about this, Louie. How is it that kids from the exact same parents, growing up the exact same way, come out so different? Like, so when Louie and I were talking about this, because my sister went to UCLA, you went to UCLA. Those are, that's not anybody that gets into UCLA and graduates from UCLA. That's not an easy, that's not an easy thing to do. That's a lot of hard work. That's a lot, kudos, like anybody that get into that hard of a school and actually get your degree. So, but me and Louie and I were discussing, we're like, well, what happened to us? How come when we went to school, like I could barely read. I fall asleep. Like, school for me was super hard. And in the last episode, I was telling about how like my mom just kind of forced us into saying, you guys are going to college. There is no, I didn't know any different. I didn't know that there was other options, so I just kind of like, I guess I got to buckle down. I went to community college, and then there I got serious, and then I was able to, go to San Diego State. But do you think there's something, is it just some kids aren't like made like to master, high school and all that, and to get good grades and all that? You got to kind of know, not only be smart, you have to, I feel like the traits that I've seen of the kids that are able to excel, they just have like my sister was like that. Louie describes you as like, you guys are just all business. You know exactly what you need to take care of. Like when we would come home from school, my sister would go right to her desk. She's doing all her work, and what am I doing? I'm in front of the TV, eating snacks, making a sandwich. And when am I doing my homework? At 11 o'clock at night, so obviously it's not going to be quality work. So what happened? What was the difference between, me and my sister and you and Louie?
I mean, I think Louie is very, very smart. I would never say that
he's told me he's the smartest guy he knows. So.
I agree. I have said that before.
No,
I think he's very quick-witted.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so very quick-witted.
You have to be smart to be quick-witted.
Absolutely, right? You do. Absolutely, you do. So, so I don't know. I don't know why he wasn't interested in continuing in college. I don't know. I couldn't even answer that question. I feel like if he would have stuck to it, like I'm the kind of person that, I try to make good decisions. I know what I should be doing, and then I just kind of follow along. I'm a bit of a follower. I don't know. I feel Louie, if he would have stuck it out, I think he would have succeeded. And I don't know. I don't know why he didn't want to, but certainly not because he isn't smart. Because I do think he is very, very smart.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's kind of smart. I think,
man, I'm getting it all over right now. Yeah.
Any response to that, Louie?
The only thing I will say is I have a hard time like committing. I have a hard time giving 100%. Unless it comes easy. Like English was my best subject, and I did like minimal, and I got good grades. Math was my worst subject, and I tried my hardest, and I just couldn't get it. And I think it's just frustrating. It's something that I've asked myself a bunch of times. Like, I don't know. I mean, I have an idea of why, and just distraction. Just think like not committing to complete school. Right. And I think just knowing that it was my choice to be there. It wasn't like I had to be there, like regular school. But I will say, like, also I will never understand how we came out of the same house. Like, right, that's what I don't know if the 10 years, if my mom and dad had different talks with her. But I mean, this is something that she's been doing since like elementary.
What do you mean?
Elementary, like as far as like magnet and getting getting bused like to another school, and and I'm like how does that happen? Like my mom never went to like parent conference or open house, like back to school night. It was like, but also I did hide a lot of information from them. Like,
I was going to say, I feel like you did tell them about it, because I did. I wanted them to go, and they did go.
Yeah.
Hey, Louie,
there you go. There it is.
That was the problem I had with my sister. Is because she always straight A. So anytime that was back when they used to give you your report card on like a paper and it was like typewritten or whatever.
Yeah.
Now they send like emails and stuff. You go online.
Hey, there's a portal.
I remember as soon as she would get that dang report card, she wanted to go and run and show my parents. But then, of course, my C's and D's, I'm like,
oh no.
So as we got older, I used to have to talk with her and like, come on, can you at least like give it a couple of weeks or do it when I'm not home? And
do it on a Friday. Leave it for Friday night.
And then I'll just kind of lay low for the weekend and then they'll forget by Monday. But I stopped showing my report card probably in like 7th, 8th grade to my dad never really cared. He didn't care about grades or anything, but like to my mom. But I think my sister was so good at school that it's just kind of like, all right, well, we got one that's definitely going to college and the other one, like, all right, I don't know. We'll see. As long as he, does something, they wanted me to go to the military. I think they thought that was, a lot of my family has gone to the military, but I'm not that brave, bro. I'd be hiding. I'm not that brave, but, Rosie, how was it? Like you knew the whole time you wanted to go to UCLA or you wanted to go to a big time college, or just kind of like slowly happened and like, oh crap, my grades are good, I'm going to go ahead and apply?
So I always credit being in the magnet.
Okay.
Is just kind of that was the direction that everybody was going. Like we, all took the college prep classes together, and my friends were going to college, and so I was going to college. So just that was.
What other colleges did you get into?
I applied to CSUN and Santa Barbara. I think just local. I didn't want to go too far. I think I'm going to say those were the only other two. I don't really remember. It's been a little while. But UCLA was my number one.
Yeah, that's cool. And congratulations. I applied with my little, at the community college, they said, if you have like above a 3.0 and you've shown you can do college work, you might have a shot to get it. So I was like, no, my rejection letter, before I even filled out the application, the rejection letter, I feel like already came back and said, no, you're not in, but I got in this anyway. For me, that was good. But my son is going through that right now. And so like that's his top school, UCLA. And he has all honors and AP and all that. But I'm still like, it's like an 8%. I think it's 8% admittance rate. It's like insane. It's like 100,000 kids applied and like 8,000. Like, damn. That's just, to me, that's crazy. So I told him, don't get your hopes up. I think you've done an awesome job. You've excelled beyond my wildest imagination, but don't let this define you because you're trying to get into a school that there's 8% admittance rate. And, it's crazy. Like because my sister,
it's a lot more difficult. Well, but it's a lot more difficult nowadays. Like you hear, like, not even 4.0. You have to have like way above 4.0.
Right. Well, that's like my son. Like, he has like a 4.2.
Wow.
Like, even that 4.2, I don't know if it's gonna,
wow.
And that's what I kind of got. My sister got mad because on a previous episode I said it's a lot harder nowadays just because there's a lot more.
I think it is
students and there's a lot more.
Remember
back when we were young? Like I remember my mom was the only one that went to college. Like if someone in your family went to college, I was like, oh my gosh, that went to college. It was like a big thing. Now it's like they're just handing out degrees. You can go to Phoenix.
Oh man,
they're handing them out like left and right. So I feel like. I feel like so many more people are going to college now that it's gotten a lot harder. But congratulations, UCLA. I got to put them on my list.
Go Bruins.
That's my favorite school. That campus is awesome. Yeah, go Bruins, bro. That's cool. Okay.
So your son has applied now?
We're doing it right now.
It's time to apply or no?
Yeah, so it opened on November 1st and it closes on December 1st. So he started to do there's no like one essay now. Now it's like questions. It's like 3 questions that's your essay. So he's just on that part, and I kind of want to help him. But English is my worst subject, so maybe I'll bring in Theo Louie to come.
There you go.
But he's at that part, so we're gonna go this weekend to my mom's because she has a nice computer. We can jump on there, and we're gonna do it. But yeah, it's right now. UCLA is his first choice. If he can't get in there, then he wants to go to Cal State San Luis Obispo because they got a good like engineering program. So I'm like, that's good too. If that's just going to college and doing all that and working hard on that, it's an accomplishment. So I'm proud of him. Okay, what about you guys are both parents now? Do you notice that you guys have any kind of shared parenting traits, I guess, is that the right word? Traits that you notice that maybe you guys got from your parents, like, oh, I notice you do this, I do that with my kids, you know, da da da. Or are you guys completely different as parents?
I'll let you go first, Louie.
I think we're not completely different, but we are very, very, very different, I guess, because I mean, she has twins. Me with Cass, it was split parenting, so it's, you know, different scenarios, different situations.
Right.
As far as the core, I don't know, because she's a mom and I'm a dad, so
okay.
I don't see a lot of similarities to my mom's upbringing. There are some stuff that I'm like, man, my mom does that all the time. Oh, my mom used to do that, and it's usually like
you don't even
cutting
you do subconsciously. You don't even realize, right?
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And I'm like, wow, crap. And I mean, I do get my dad's frustrated side, like where I have caught myself.
What do you mean frustrated? Like, what do you mean frustrated? Like
when I used to help him, he would get very frustrated that I didn't know how to do certain things, and he would kind of yell at me, and I used to do that with Nick a lot. But then I caught myself, so now I'm a little bit better. But I do every now and then tend to go back to that. I think for me, it's all the bad stuff, the flaws, the little irks and the little things that kind of maybe aren't the best. But I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't like I said, I never really paid attention to their parenting skills. So if I do it, it's subconsciously. If not, I mean, I don't think I actually think like, oh, this is the way my mom would discipline. This is my way, you know. But I mean, yeah, that's the only thing I think that if we are, it's that. If we're not, I mean, we're kind of far off, I guess, because of that. Because, like I said, you know,
I get it. Yeah. You feel that same way, Rosie?
Yeah, I feel like it's almost inevitable that we pick up a little bit from our parents. Right. You know.
Right.
I mean, I don't think I catch myself saying, oh, I mean, I guess I do sometimes, like, oh, my mom's like, you know, my mom was like that. You know, I feel like my parents were kind of strict with me. Like I couldn't, you know, go out. I wasn't allowed to date. I don't know if Louis remembers the first time I went on a date that he had to go with me. Do you remember that?
No. Are you serious?
I sat in the middle, dog. Like,
yes.
As a kid?
I was like 5 or 6.
I'm going to say I was 16 or 17.
Where'd you guys go?
I must have been 6 or 7.
So you were 6 or 7. I don't remember. Did we go like the movies or something? I don't remember.
I think I tried to block it out because, like,
yeah.
I felt.
Wait, was it Adam?
Was it
awkward?
Adam? No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was in this prelude. Nah. Yeah, I just remember. I remember going, and I remember like I didn't want to go. Like, why am I going?
Yeah, you know? It's like a punishment.
And I think I sat in the middle, and I was kind of like,
yeah. How awkward.
Like, why am I here?
Like, what do I do? What do I do now?
Like, why am I here?
So anyway, my parents were super overprotective. I like couldn't go out. I couldn't date. I couldn't do so many things. So I feel like I try to be a little bit more lenient with the girls. But I'm sure if you ask them, they're going to say, "Oh my God, no, you guys were so overprotective." I don't know.
You're
it's
just
hard.
like grandma.
Yeah.
Like grandma.
It's hard to have girls and not be
that's what I was just about to say. Is that a bad thing to be overprotective with your girl? Every night I go to bed, I'm like, my daughters are on my mind because they're in cities and I don't know what they're doing, and you know what I mean. Yeah. I'm always dreading. I don't want to ever get a call at night. You know, just about anything. Gosh. You know, anything, even just having I don't want any of that. So it's like, I see that I could. You know, I was pretty overprotective. I think with my daughters, I felt like I knew everything they were doing. I knew their schedule. I knew where they were. You know what I mean? If there anything was ever, it's like, what's going on? They weren't like wild girls. Like, luckily my son too was the exact same way. Like, they never really did anything, you know, out of control or crazy. It was honestly they were pretty easy. So, but having girls is you're always scared. You're always like, worried. You're always nervous. Yeah,
for sure.
Get that. Yep. Okay. Last question before we just do a little quick rapid fire segment for Louie because that's his favorite. This is the last question. What is your view of Louie on this show? When you found out he was going to do this show, were you like, oh crap, what's he going to be on there saying? And now that you've kind of seen it progress and it's in its whatever form, What do you think? Do you have any advice? Should we stop? Should I cancel Louie
Stop!
as my co-host? Should I find another co-host, or what's your opinion on your brother?
No, I love it. I'm glad that you two are doing it together. I'm glad you guys have gotten closer and have become friends. I think that's really cool. I feel like we missed out a lot of years
for sure.
of knowing you, knowing you and
100%.
Christine, so I think it's a good thing. I feel like you guys are very similar, so it kind of works out. You guys kind of bounce off of each other. I'm glad he's doing it.
Okay, cool.
I don't
That's
have
good.
any issues.
Okay, good.
No,
Good. And that's how
you guys are having fun.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it started. We started hanging out at a couple of parties, and that's where, I mean, I bet you were there too, but we started hanging out, we started drinking, and we were just conversating. We were like, hey, this is good, the way we were able to go back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let me have you on the show. And then as soon as I had him on, it was just like perfect.
Yeah.
But, okay, that's cool. So you appreciate it, and okay, good.
For sure.
Good. All right. Okay. That's what we needed. Some positive. Finally.
Validation.
Where's Desiree?
Wait. I'm proud of you guys.
Oh.
Thank you. Desiree.
Come here.
All I hear is negative all day. It's good to hear a little positive every once in a while in your life. Okay. No, is Rosie saying that she's proud of us? She says we're doing good. Desiree said, "You're my aunt. You have to be nice." No, I think she genuinely likes it. All right. Okay. This is Theo Louie's favorite segment, rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
And this one is how well do you know your little bro? Okay. Can you list either one of his favorite songs or one of his all-time favorite artists?
Oh my God. I don't think I can, because he likes so many different types of music, like English, Spanish, rock, classic,
Cass was having that same problem, yeah.
I'm going to say no, I can't.
Any song off of Joshua Tree. You know what I mean?
I don't. Oh.
You too?
No, I'm just kidding.
I like you too.
I love you too.
I love you too also.
Okay.
So no, the answer is no, I can't.
And probably when you kind of come into music, you're already like older, and you were probably already gone. So he's over there blasting. You didn't even hear it. Okay. Let's see. What is one thing that Louie will never admit, even though he was wrong about it? Like, is there any kind of old story or anything that he's always like, da da da, and you're like, Louie, that's not how it happened? Or is there anything he's always saying, and you're just like, Louie, that's not how it? Is there anything?
I mean, I feel like there have been stories. I remember like Laura texting me, like, your brother says that, this never happened, or
the ice cream
thing, that my mom never bought him anything from the ice cream truck. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yeah, she did. And we have even like a specific story where I think she gave him like, I don't know, $2 to go buy an ice cream.
Oh, you could buy everything on the truck for $2.
I know, and he came back with the ice cream. Or $5. Okay, it was $5.
Yeah.
He came back with an ice cream and like a handful of like all these other candies.
The candy.
That the guy didn't give him any change. He just gave it to him in candy and whatever. Right. $5 worth of stuff.
Right. Straight suckered me, dude.
No,
I came back and
won,
I'm like,
bro.
I brought like all this stuff, and my mom's like, I gave you $5. Where's my change? I was like, oh, he said here. He gave me this and popcorn.
Here's some bubble gum.
Yeah. And
here's some Pop Rocks.
You want an Abba Zabba?
Hey, that's my favorite, bro.
I
can't find them in the store anymore. I can't find them in the liquor stores anymore.
There's an ice cream truck in San Fernando High, I think. That's where we were at. Sunday League.
So anyway, yes, there are little stories here and there.
Bullshit stories, huh?
But isn't that crazy how siblings always remember like certain things from childhood totally different? Like, stop, that did not happen, or stop that. You were like how that your mom gave you money every once in a while.
No, you know what?
Ice cream, because my son would say the exact same thing. Dad, you've never in my life given me money when that ice cream. I have. I just never have. I never have cash. But if I have cash, why would I not give it to you? That's every kid's dream. Run out there with the ice cream guy going in. I got $5. What can I get?
With a 20,
you can get the whole. You can get my whole inventory. All right.
Come on, big worm. No, you know what? In my defense, I was telling the kids like a struggle story, like, oh yeah, I grew up like this, because my kids are spoiled. And then Laura just happened to be there, and she's like, you know what? I don't believe that. Let me text your sister. And yeah.
Rosie, are you close with Laura? You guys are close?
I am, yeah. We get along very well. Absolutely.
That's cool.
Yep.
Okay.
They're comadres, actually.
Yes.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, she baptized Nick and Cass.
Oh, there you go. Well, who else are you going to go to? You got nobody else.
Exactly.
Oh, your other sister. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Miguel. Shut up,
Miguel. What, is it Miga? What is it?
Yes.
What's
her name? Her name is Miguelina. Her full name is Miguelina,
okay.
So we call her Migue.
Migue for short. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, because actually, Rosie, you said this, that you guys are both a little dramatic, a little emotional. Who's the most out of you two, you or Louie?
I'm a big crier. I really am. And I think...
Just over anything? Like just...
Yeah.
Random?
I am.
Rosie, do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
No, you can ask.
Okay. Have you ever seen the movie Coda?
No. Oh, is that about the deaf family?
Yes. Yeah.
I think I have. Why?
Did you cry? Because you were talking about crying. I cry like a baby at the end of the movie.
I don't remember it. I've seen
Louie
it though.
To watch. Yeah, it's about the deaf. It's a deaf family, and there's one. The daughter is not deaf, so she's speaking, but they want to keep her local, and she wants to go and branch out. And the whole story is about the family.
God.
It's just like, and then she events. I don't want to say what happens. I don't want.
I probably cried.
Okay, because that movie makes me cry more than anything. Okay, so Rosie's more emotional, I guess. Okay, cool. How about this one? This one might be tough. Who's the family favorite? I gotta say, it's probably Rosie, huh? Be honest, Louie.
Well, I'm gonna say I think it's me because I'm the only boy that my mom had. So by default, come on. There's two girls.
Really?
I think he was spoiled. He was spoiled when he was born. One, because I was 10 years old when he was born. So it's like, oh my God, a new baby. But then it's a boy. It's a boy. It's a miracle boy.
The prodigal son.
So,
yeah, but basically because your dad is old school probably, right? I mean, it sounds like. And so that's the whole thing. You have a son.
He's old school.
Yeah. He's like old school.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like back then it was like you wanted to have sons, right? Like as many sons as you can, and like they got to carry on the lineage or whatever.
Yeah, so, but I think at that point I don't think he was concerned about the last name going on. He already had all his sons.
Yeah, but still, the last boy, he didn't hold you up like Simba.
I just think, like I said, I mean, I used to like deny it, and now I'm just gonna embrace it. Yeah, I am the favorite, so what? But I think it's because I'm the boy.
Okay.
I mean, my mom doesn't treat me like the favorite, but
hey, next show we need to get your mom and dad on here and find out.
Oh my God!
Good Lord. Backstreet Boys.
Have you seen him dance?
Oh, come on!
I've seen him dance. He's a good dancer.
Is he? Louie, I keep telling you, bro, we got to have a dance at your house, bro. An old school 8th grade dance.
I'm a quadruple threat. What are you talking about? You said we have to have a dance on?
No, not a dance. Just an old. Remember I said we're gonna have an old school dance, bro. An old school dance. We take a date. Dance. Yeah, like a Sadie Hawkins dance.
We all show up dressed to
impress.
Grass area.
What was that dance that you had at your house? I remember dancing at your house. You had like the white tents. What was that for?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no!
And the DJ, your friends.
It wasn't a dance. It was for my 40th.
Oh, thanks for the invite, Louie.
Hey, you weren't you were non-existent.
I didn't even exist.
I don't even. I wasn't even accepted my friend request on Facebook yet, so it's your fault.
I wasn't even a thought. At that time, huh?
And it was like the last party before COVID, February 2020.
It was like 3 weeks before COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Rosie, do you know Louie's favorite food?
I'm gonna say sopes.
Yeah.
Maybe nachos. And maybe some carne asada fries.
Yeah.
Carne asada fries are my. Okay, I don't want to start getting dirty and start in front of your sister.
Oh, so, good Lord!
And my aunt, my tia. So I'm gonna leave it alone.
Auntie.
How about this, Rosie? Do you know Louie's favorite TV show of all time? I think I know it because we've talked about it so much.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I know he likes like Wonder Years.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Is that not a all times? I don't know.
Those two, for sure.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. No, I was thinking Wonder Years because we talked about it.
Yeah, Wonder Years is my favorite. Yeah.
I think your sister does know you, bro. How about this? Because Louie gives, I've told him over and over. Maybe I haven't, but in my head I've thought it. Like, you give really good advice. Like, there's a lot of times where we're talking about a subject, then Louie just comes in with something. I'm like, damn, hey, that there you go. You nailed it right there. And I have nothing else to say about it. I'm just gonna go off of what you said. But who do you think? Here, there's 3 options. Who do you think gives better life advice? Rosie, Louie, or Adam? Because I talked with Adam one time, and he was giving me some real serious like advice, and I was like, "Hey, this guy knows what he's talking about."
Wait, who are you asking?
Rosie.
You can't wait. You asked her if she if Adam, me, or herself
gives the best advice. Yeah,
I think we need another party, like a fourth party.
Adam's right here. Let me bring him in. No, he's not.
Welcome to the show.
People just pops up. Hi.
The second hour of this podcast.
No, but does Louie? Does Louie give good advice? Because he gives me good advice. So,
I mean, I will say that Adam gives me more advice.
There you go. All right, hey.
Unwarranted advice.
It is usually pretty good. Don't tell him I said this, but he does give good advice.
The couple times that I've talked to Adam, he makes me feel so comfortable. He's a good person to talk to. No, I'm just saying he's a good. I always enjoyed our conversations. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
All right, Louie, what do you feel? You feel the same? Adam's got it locked up.
I'm gonna say between the 3 of us, I can't pick myself because I've never given myself advice. I've talked to myself.
You've given other people advice.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's good or not. I wasn't there for the end result. But I will say, my sister's been giving me probably advice longer.
Yeah,
because
your whole life.
I mean,
probably,
we're going back to the early '80s. Adam we've had some real serious talks, but I'll go my sister. My sister over Adam. Come on, bro.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So you value your sister's opinion. Like, if she gives you an opinion, you're like,
oh yeah, for sure.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. Okay, is this the last one? No, 2 more. Oh no, that was it. Better advice. Okay, last one. Because Louie always tells me that he's the smartest person. Who's smarter between you 2?
I think Louie's smarter.
Wow, really? Why?
I don't know.
I mean, like I mentioned earlier, he's very quick-witted. I feel like I wish I was more quick-witted. Like, for me, it's like later on, after we were done with this, it's like, oh man, I should have said this. I should have said that.
Hey, just send me a little video and I'll edit it. I'll edit it. Yeah.
I'll just record it. Okay, that sounds good. I don't know. I sense of humor. He remembers a lot of things. I don't know. I'm for probably those reasons and more. I think he's very, very smart.
That is very cool. That is very mature. I could never admit that. I never could admit I mean, I know my sister is smarter than me, but it's hard to admit it. But I know, yeah. What do you think, Louie?
I think the opposite. I think my
sister agree with her?
I think I said the opposite. I think my sister is way smarter than me. Obviously on paper she's way smarter than me for sure. But I feel like her decision making is way better than mine. I feel like I said she's kind of driven to make the right decision most of the time. I mean, from what I've seen, it's 100% on my end. From what I've seen, I see it. My parents trust her with everything. I mean, she runs that show, and I've told her. I told Adam.
Yeah.
I credit my parents' health, my parents' longevity to them. Yeah. Primarily my sister, obviously, because she's the spearhead of it. But obviously, Adam does his part, and I am forever grateful for that. And I know that without her, I mean, none of it is possible for sure.
Yeah.
So that
my dad wouldn't be 104.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah, for sure. He's probably gonna make it to 110.
And you know what? Honestly, there's no way to judge. There's no way to judge intelligence.
Come on, there's no clear winner.
Both smart. But you know what? You made a good point, because the couple times that I've been around you guys with your father, Rosie, you're like a machine. You're just in there taking care of business, and you're like that. I remember we went for the party, and you're just like, you're going and introducing everybody. You're making sure everybody has foot. Like, yeah, you have to appreciate that and respect that. And yeah, I noticed that right off the bat. I was like, wow.
Aww.
You know, I think I told Desiree, I was like, wow, Rosie is really, like, she does a lot. You could tell she's running. You know, me and Louie were just sitting there in the corner, just talking, trying to find our way to that bathroom. Remember that bathroom was like down the hall, 3 rows. Like, I got lost. I had to draw a map on my hand. I was like, how do I get home? But
you had to go
Rosie's
through
over
the
there
whole
running that.
thing.
Yeah, running that whole party. So congrats. You know what I've noticed out of this show is that you guys have a lot of respect, love for each other, even though you have such a big age gap. I've noticed just you guys talking here about each other, and I've seen it, you know, in person. You guys interact and everything, and that's real. That's cool. That's real inspiring. It makes me want to, because like me and my sister are hot and cold. I'm closer to her probably than anybody else, but we go through our personalities clash. Not like you guys. You guys seem to like, our personalities clash nonstop. But seeing your guys' relationship and the respect that you guys have for each other makes me want to. So we're supposed to have her on next, Louie. I got to reach out to her, but we're gonna have her on. But it makes me want to like compliment her and give her respect and tell her like what she's done for me, you know, growing up, whatever, or what I've seen.
And I'm sure she would love to hear it. For sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Because I've never really said that. So, yeah. So I appreciate you guys' relationship. Hey, that's the end of it. That's all the questions. You guys have a little outgoing message either for each other or for me or whatever. If not, I'll do my my outro. But I know, Louie, you got a little something left on your mind. A little. Closing
I will say this: siblings are a blessing. Yeah. Because they see the behind the scenes. They see.
Right.
The struggles, they see the, what would it be, the highlights, I guess. And then, you know, you have something in common. It's something that you guys share, and like I said, I'm forever grateful for my sister, all my siblings, but especially Rosie, because she's the only one that's full blood from my mom and dad, and she's the only one I grew up with in house. And like I said, I'm very grateful for the stuff that she did for me, the advice she's given me, the stuff for my kids, even like now with all 3 of them. So yeah, I mean, if you haven't, reach out to your siblings and let them know. Sometimes they want to hear it. And then it's crazy because life happens so fast and you get so busy and then you don't really have time to express it, but you know, it's a blessing. Enjoy it. Love it. And I love you.
Yep.
Oh, you're talking to me? Oh, you're talking to Rosie. That guy. I thought you were talking to me. I love both of you. I was going to play this because I thought you were talking to me, but I don't think you were talking to me.
Wait, that's why you're all red?
Hey,
that's why you're all red?
Hey, that's real touching. That's cool, bro. That's honestly that's cool. And that's I respect and I love your guys' relationship. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I hope I can do the same with my sister. And, you know, eventually your parents are going to be gone. My parents are going to be gone. And that's all you're going to have. You're going to have your siblings to carry on their traditions or whatnot.
For
you know,
sure.
It's just going to be you two. Well, and your other sister. Sure. But, you know, it's like that's who you came in with. That's who you go out with. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's cool. I respect your guys' closeness and, you know, I respect the way you're able to, like, express yourself to each other. So Rosie, do you have anything?
Definitely.
Or if not, I'll go into.
Well, I was just going to say, I think it's all about mutual love and mutual respect. I mean, I feel the same for Louie and for you.
Cool. Okay. Nobody mentions me. How come I don't get any mention? How come I don't get any love? Where's Desiree? I need some. I need some love. Okay. Well, thank you, Rosie, for coming on. Late at night, it's 10 o'clock.
I know. Past my bedtime for sure.
Past my bedtime, but you gave a little bit of more insight into everybody's favorite Theo, Louie. So I appreciate that. That's what the Gentleman's Hour is all about, trying to get real and trying to kind of discover, a little bit deeper of who we are. So I appreciate that. To everybody else, that was a good episode. I love that. So now I want to have my sister on, and I hope she says the same thing about me. But if you like that, you enjoyed it, if that struck a chord with you and you have a brother or sister and maybe you need to get closer or you need to express yourself, like and subscribe. Louie, that's your job. Like and subscribe.
You're on it right
now. And again, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And this has been another hour of the Gentleman's Hour. Thank you all. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And Louie, the same. I'm going to go ahead and stop it, but hold on. Don't log off right yet. Real